Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our sixth cybersecurity awareness training session. I see more people are joining. I'll just give it a minute for more people to join, and then we can get started. Welcome, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our sixth cybersecurity awareness training session. Welcome. So right now, to get started, I will be playing a video by the Minister, Honorable Emma Theophilus, just so we get a reminder of why we have this awareness training sessions. I am seeing a bit of new faces to the session. I hope everyone can see my video. All right, so to get started, this is our cybersecurity awareness training session. Welcome, everyone. Again, I will start off the session with a video by the Minister, Honorable Emma Theophilus, whereby she just explains the purpose of this training sessions, why we have these sessions, and also the fact that Salt Essentials
with the evolution of
IT has signed an MOU with the ministry to teach literally every Namibian citizen on the dangers of cybersecurity threats and attacks and how we should protect ourselves. All right, so bear with me as I play the video. Please, with a thumbs up, let me know if you can see and hear the video. My internet is quite bad. Can you hear anything, Tangeni?
With the evolution of information communication technologies, Namibia as a developing country is no exception to cyber attacks and cybercrime. The growing cyber attacks jeopardize the purpose of digital participation and connectivity, as well as the integrity of Namibia's critical infrastructure. The Namibian government seeks to build a cyber-resilient nation. Hence, in line with cabinet endorsement, the Ministry of Information Communication Technology developed the National Cybersecurity Strategy and Awareness Raising Plan. The purpose of the awareness creation is to empower the nation's citizens with the knowledge and skills to make informed decisions when faced with potential cybercriminal activities, whether in general or at the workplace. The national document is a step towards building cybersecurity resilience and digital security to enable an innovative Namibia and attainment of social and economic growth. With this plan, the nation is prepared to respond effectively to the threats or attacks on network systems and services. Namibia will reap benefits and economic opportunities presented by the use of ICTs on the condition that the country's citizens are ready, capable, and vigilant against the threats that include phishing attacks, ransomware, cyberbullying, and child online vulnerability. The National Cybersecurity Strategy and Awareness Raising Plan helps to safeguard the citizens' privacy, educate and create awareness to safeguard the national critical information infrastructure, as well as ensure collaboration on cybersecurity to continuously improve the safety of vulnerable groups in the cyberspace. The scourge of cybercrime has the potential to negatively impact the nation's ability to achieve its developmental objectives. Namibia has encountered a rise in incidents of misuse of available internet platforms by criminals to carry out cyber attacks. These growing cyber threats disturb the purpose of digital participation and connectivity, as well as the integrity of our national critical information infrastructure. It is for these reasons that the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, in collaboration with Southeast Essential Information Technology, is hosting a series of awareness creation sessions for the Namibian nation. I therefore urge you all to join the ministry and South Essentials efforts to participate in the sessions in order to be equipped with the necessary skills in order to be safe on the internet, protect our nation's critical infrastructure, and make informed decisions should you fall victim or help those who fall victims to cyber attacks.
All right. I'm just being told that I'm on mute. I was on mute. All right. Pardon me for that. Um, just to highlight on what the minister has said, the cybersecurity awareness raising strategy plan is to help safeguard the Namibian citizen and privacy and create awareness to safeguard the national critical information infrastructure as well as ensure collaboration on cybersecurity to continuously improve the safety of vulnerable groups in the cyberspace. So basically, that's why we have this awareness sessions to protect and guide every Namibian citizen to be safe online. Um, so just a quick recap of the last session that we had, which was on the 28th of March. We spoke about what is phishing attacks. Phishing attacks, or phishing rather, is the fraudulent practice of sending emails purporting to be from a reputable company in order to induce individuals to reveal personal information such as password and credit card numbers. We also spoke about the types of phishing. We have quite a number of phishing attacks, but the most common ones that are out there is spear phishing, which is in email targeting specific team, department, or individual. And then we have what we call whaling. Whaling is an email attacking executive department heads or or managers. And then we have what we call voice phishing, which is a voicemail message instructing you to browse to a malicious link. You also find a voicemail message, you know, pretending to be your CEO and asking you to send this amount of money or react or act on a certain instruction. So that is what voice phishing is basically about. And then we have we spoke about what we call SMS phishing, which is phishing scam using SMS text messages rather than email. Even a WhatsApp message is also regarded as an SMS phishing. Also, lastly, we spoke about the most common phishing, which is clone phishing. This is when a cyber criminal clones previous emails that you might have received from a legitimate company to phish you. And then lastly, we spoke about the Namibian cybersecurity attacks and the statistics. Cybersecurity issues are rising in Namibia, including phishing, malware, and data breaches. In 2022, Namibia faced a 40% increase in reported cyber attacks. This was observed by an acting head of cybercrime program in Africa and the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crimes. Also, Mr. Adrian Mathe once spoke about in 2023 at the Digital Government Africa Summit in Zambia. He spoke about the recorded number of cyber attacks in Namibia in 2022 alone was at a skyrocketing 2.7 million cyber attacks. And we're just a population of 3 point something million. So imagine that goes to show that Namibia is also under attack. We're not immune because we are a low population. We are experiencing a high number of cyber attacks. This is why we are trying to help and guide every Namibian citizen to be safe online. All right, so basically, in a nutshell, that's what we spoke about in our last session. But for today's session, we will be looking at prevention and resilience to phishing attacks. We'll be looking at what are the signs of a phish, how may a phish look like, and also an actual phish. We'll be looking at an example of an actual phish, how an actual phish may come up in your inbox and how it may look like. And then we'll look at links, what is considered a legitimate link or web address, and what is considered fake. And also we'll be looking at what is a domain name, the definition thereof, and how to spot a real or fake domain name as well. We'll do a quick team activity at the end and a Q&A session at the end. All right. Sorry about that. So what we like to say, you are the last line of defense. The work lies with you to make sure that you don't click on just any link, that you don't engage with just anybody, you don't accept friend requests of people that you don't know, and so forth. You are the last line of defense. So what are the signs of a phish? A suspicious sender address, misspelling or extra characters. For example, you maybe you received an email from paypal.com, but then now there's a bit of a change. The cyber criminal changed the L to a 1. So these are the things that you need to look out for. Suspicious sender address. And then urgent or threatening language. Usually cyber criminals use language like your account will be locked in 24 hours, act immediately, or immediate action is required to avoid suspension. That should make you suspicious that this could be a sign of a phish. A reputable company will not be threatening you or asking you to act urgently to a certain instruction, such as your account will be locked in 24 hours and you need to put in your PIN and your username and so forth. Another sign of a phish is unfamiliar or mismatched links. To be sure that this link is not a mismatched one, hover your mouse over the link before clicking. Does the URL match the one online when you Google it? Search it on the real website. They usually use shortened or misleading links. You know, for example, bit something dot xyl dot 123. So this always hover your mouse over the link so you can see the full link for yourself and see if it's really legitimate or not. Another sign of a phish is unexpected attachments. This is a common phishing type, whereby it comes in doc, for example, doc or doc XLM and all of these things. Ask It asks you to enable micros. This can execute malicious scripts. So be careful of attachments when you receive them. Always, if you're not sure, verify with your IT department or somebody that might have a better knowledge of how real attachments and fake attachments may look like. Another phishing sign is poor grammar and formatting. Strange sentences, structures, or obvious typos, like inconsistent branding, logos, fonts, or colors, they seem off. You know that FNB is the colors for FNB is yellow and blue, but now all of a sudden you see a bit of dark blue to the logo. So those are the things that you need to look out for, or the signs of a fish. Another sign of a fish is request for sensitive information. No reputable company will ask you for your PIN and your username and so forth. So you need to always confirm and see if it's really a legitimate person that's sending you, that's asking you for sensitive information. Call them. Rather use their number online and call them and verify whether they really need this information, or step into the bank offices yourself to go verify that they really need this information from you. Um, Another sign of a fish is fake urgent requests from executors or vendors or CEO fraud. For example, this is the CEO, wire money ASAP, or vendor scam. We have changed our banking details. Update your username and password right now. Those are things that you need to, if it's asking you to be urgent, and especially if it's asking you to wire money, these are things that you need to be very cautious of and be suspicious of. And lastly, if it is too good to be true, then it always is. It comes in a form of you have won a free iPhone, or get a government grant of 10,000, apply now. If you know you haven't taken part in any competitions, rather ask the right questions and be suspicious about that. Don't just click on any link because you know you're either greedy, or you know you just want to see where it might take you. It will take you to a malicious place. Always, it will take you to a link. It will take you to a place whereby the cyber criminals now have access to your devices, for example, and they install malware or viruses, to access every single information of your PC. So, in this next session, we'll just be looking at a broader explanation or just more tips on what are the signs of a fish. Bear with me as I share the video. So also another thing to look out for is many attackers will frame their phishes as urgent. It will also manufacture their fish as a rapid or history. You know, if they know that we communicate with the bank, they know that we pay tax to Namra, for example. So they will come using prominent and reputable companies just to fish you. So this we need to always be cautious of when we are engaging with these entities or these vendors. It's always advisable to also save if you're you constantly communicate with Namra, for example, save it on your browser so you don't end up falling victim to this cyber threats and attacks. So now I'll just show you how a fish may look like via email. For example, if they send you an email, how it may look like. So as you can see here, this is a phishing email. It might look like it's from a trusted company, Microsoft 365, or a service provider. But in this case, it's pretending to be from Microsoft, asking you to reset your password. One thing also that you must know that Microsoft will not send you an email to reset your password, or it won't take you to a certain place to just go reset your password. Rather, Microsoft does send you reminders that your password is about to expire and you need to change it, but it will not send you an email looking like this. And also, something that you can look out for is the email address that the sender, who the sender is from. It's stephen.russell at optimustinvest.ch, but it's saying it's from Microsoft. So these are the things that you need to look out for. It comes looking original. It even has the whole Office 365 look and feel, but it's not from Microsoft 365. So basically, this is how a fish may look like. And also, if you hover your mouse over it, if you can see the picture on the right, if you hover your mouse over it, you can see the whole context of the web link that it wants to lead you to. It's shareholds.com and so forth, and many other characters. So this if you see something like this, hover your mouse over it to see, also to verify. Maybe the sender also might be looking like it's from Microsoft, but hover your mouse over it and verify if it's really a legitimate link. All right, what a real URL looks like. If it's like the very top one, you can see it's saying not secure, and it's saying it's from office.com, but you can see here on the top one the F is one F instead of the two Fs. And also at the bottom here you see a legitimate URL may always has a padlock. If not, it also has HTTPS rather than just HTTP. These are the things that also that you can see and verify for yourself whether it is a legitimate web address or URL that you are clicking on. All right. So now we'll just be looking quickly at definitions of the different, for example, browser. Browser is a computer program with a graphical user interface for displaying and navigating web pages. For example, here you see Firefox and you see Microsoft Edge and Google Chrome. That is how browsers look like. And then we have what you call a URL, which is a uniform resource locator. This is the address of a web page. You find it there where the arrow is pointing. And then what is a web address? A web address is, or also a website, is a collection of web pages and related content that is identified by a common domain name and published on at least one web server. And lastly, what is a domain name? A domain name is the part of a network address that identifies it as belonging to a particular domain. For example, here you see standardbank.com.na is the domain name. That's the domain name for standardbank.com. So in this next video, we'll just be looking at an explanation or broad explanation of what is a domain name. For those of you that are not too technical, in this video, it will just explain you uh, uh, simply what is a domain name. Bear with me as I share the video again.
What's up, Internet? Today I'm going to be explaining what is a domain name and a little bit about how a domain name works. You're probably here because you're looking to start a website, or maybe you're just sick of watching videos of kids yodeling in Walmart and you want to learn something new. Either way, my name is Dale and welcome to Create a Pro Website. So, in the simplest terms, a domain name is just the address to your website. So think of the internet as a vast map full of avenues and streets and turns everywhere. And think of your website as your house. In order for anyone to find their way to your house, even you'll need an address. This address is your domain name. Every website has an IP. And an IP is just a seemingly random string of numbers. So when you register and purchase a domain name, it's almost like saving your home address as home into your phone. It gives that IP address a simple, easy to remember name that anyone can type in and get to your website. This is because it would be really difficult to remember a random string of numbers every time you want to go to apple.com or Nike or whatever it may be. Let's say createaprowebsite.com. You can remember that. It's simple. Rather than 66.134.299. I made that up. Like, how are you supposed to buy an Apple Watch with that? So, let's say that you type in createaprowebsite.com. Whenever you hit enter, your computer sends a request to a bunch of servers that make up the DNS. And DNS just stands for Domain Name System. This domain name system looks up the correct IP address and just points your computer into the right direction. All within less than a millisecond. Wow, the internet is a magical place. So that's what a domain name is and a little bit about how it works. So if you'd like to purchase a domain name
So basically, that is what a domain name, just to repeat, is the unique address you type into a web address to visit a website. So why do we need domain names? Every website is stored on a special computer called a server, which has long, complicated number, like he just explained, an IP address, which is, for example, 192.168.1.1. It seems like remembering those numbers is going to be hard. So if you, for example, if you save a phone number, if you save somebody's phone number and they call you, when they call you, their name pops up. It's easier to remember who they are by you saving their name rather than saving their number or just having their number there, not saving it, because you won't remember everybody's number saved in your phone book. So instead of memorizing phone numbers, you just click the contact, just like you type a domain name instead of an IP address. So an example of domain names is www.facebook.com, .amazon.com, and .sal.na. Those are what domain names are, and that's how they may look like. All right. So domain names are very cheap online. They are found in website or spoof websites like GoDaddy. For example, the one you see now on your screen. My screen is still sharing. So cyber criminals take advantage, while we wait for the slide to share, cyber criminals take advantage of domain names and websites in several ways to scam, steal, and deceive people online. They do it by creating fake domains, phishing websites, typo squatting, creating domains with slight spelling errors. You know, instead of facebook.com, they put 3 O's instead of 2 O's to trick users. They create lookalike websites, fake versions of banks, shopping sites, or email logins to steal passwords. So my slide is taking a while to share. Just give me a second. Also, phishing pages. A user, when you click on a certain link, a malicious link, for example, it takes you to a place where you have to enter your username and details, thinking that it's a real site. But cyber criminals collect and misuse your information. So here you see, this is where domains are bought. I think there's many other places where you can buy domains, but the most one that we know of is GoDaddy. You can see the original domain name of FNB is fnbnamibia.com.na. I'm sorry, .com, and it's just 70 USD. But then you can find similar looking domain names on that same website, which costs as little as 99 cents. So cyber criminals they're fast. They look for ways just to, they will always find somebody that will click. They'll always find somebody that will not notice the differences. So these are the things that we are trying to teach you, that you need to be careful when you are engaging with the certain platforms, or when you're engaging with people that you don't know, or you don't receive emails from this person or from this company, but you just click because it looks legitimate. Uh, like I said earlier, save your trusted vendors in your browser bookmarks. Always bookmark official website instead of searching for them online, or instead of clicking on links or people or emails or attachments that may look like they're from that company. Always save the vendors you work with in your browser to avoid falling victim to an impersonator or a cyber criminal. So for our last video for today, we'll be looking at the SLAM method, which is a fish catching mnemonic device that helps you break apart and analyze the validity of every email that slides into your inbox. So let me just share this video to see the broader explanation of what a SLAM method is.
Let's continue our dissection of the SLAM method, the mnemonic device that helps you spot phishing attempts. Remember, SLAM stands for Sender, Links, Attachments, and Message. This video will focus on A, which stands for Attachments. As with links, attachments in emails delivering malware are a tale as old as time. If a stranger rang your doorbell, handed you a package, and told you to open it, you would do no such thing. Unless you know the sender, are expecting a package, and are sure of the contents, mysterious boxes left at your door are often cause for concern. The same should go with attachments sent to your devices. Attachments are like a brown cardboard box that cloak the contents inside. You can slap a shipping label on that box, or a name brand, or a friend's address. You can call the attachment anything you want to make it more clickable, but that doesn't mean the contents inside are safe. Once a malicious attachment is opened, the chaos begins, unleashing malware and performing a slew of nefarious activities that you may or may not be aware are happening. Scammers will try to make attachments more appealing by utilizing other SLAM methods, such as impersonating a trusted entity or creating a sense of urgency so that you click before you think. But just as with any physical unknown items, you want to exercise caution when it comes to technology-based unknown items. Before clicking anything, be sure to verify the sender and use extreme caution when it comes to attachments you were not expecting or were unsolicited. Also, consider verifying with IT or your supervisor before taking any action. To learn more about the SLAM method, don't forget to check out the final letter in the SLAM method breakdown micro training series.
So attachments coming as doc, XLS, PDF, zip, and all of this, these are all file types that can be used for malicious attachments in phishing attacks, malware distribution, and cyber threats. Here's why. For example, doc is a Microsoft Word and Excel, or XLS is Excel, which can contain malicious macros that execute harmful scripts when opened. PDF can also have embedded links, JavaScript, or exploit vulnerabilities in outdated PDF readers. And a zip file can compress malware to bypass email security scans, often containing malicious executables. Also, other risky file types to watch out for are exe.scr or .bat or .cmd. These are executable files that directly run malicious code. Also, other files like JS, script files that execute commands when clicked. Also, LNK, this is Windows shortcuts files that can trigger malicious downloads. How to spot whether an attachment is safe is always by always verifying the sender. Does it come from a trusted sender? Check email address carefully. Does it match the context of the email, expected file, no urgency or threats? Has a low risk file type like .ext, .png, .jpeg, or CSV? Passes a security scan, uses antivirus or email provider scanner. No unexpected password protection, especially for zip files. No request to enable macros in Word or Excel files. Warnings of a malicious attachment is unknown or suspicious sender, unexpected or urgent email, file type is risky, attachment is password protected, macros required to view content, email has typos or strange formatting, links inside the attachments directs to an unknown suspicious website. So what to take away from the SLAM method is if you're unsure, don't open the attachment. Instead, verify with the sender through a separate communication method. All right. So we have basically come to the end of our session for today, where we looked at the signs of a fish, the links, and what is a domain name. For now, we'll just do a quick team activity before we move over to the Q&A session. I'll be sharing now on your screen an email attachment. I want you to verify whether this is a legitimate or non-legitimate email. Is it from a fake person or is it from a real person? And what are the signs that shows that this is a real legitimate email? I hope everyone can see my screen. When you check this email, how does it give off the vibe that it's from a real person or real entity or real vendor? It's saying it's from Microsoft. Anyone? You're free to type in the chats or raise your hand and I give you the platform. When you see this email, yes, Uhuru. Please go ahead, Uhuru.
Okay.
You're muted.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Honest. Yeah, this email is fake because
Why
by
do you?
default, by default, the way I know the domain of Namibia, they are always a company, a domain, and then .com and then .na. So I assume already, but this is fake.
But this is not from Namibia. This is from Microsoft.
Yeah, but NA, Microsoft is supposed to be .com.
Okay.
.na is already Namibia.
Okay.
That's what I can say. All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Tangeni? Anyone else? Yes, there's a hand up by Emilia.
Oh, I see.
Go ahead, Emilia. You are muted. You are muted, Miss Emilia. Okay, anyone else while we wait for Emilia to unmute? Yes, Eric. Go ahead. Yes, Mr. Eric. I think people are having challenges unmuting themselves.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay, I would like to think that it's fake because, like you said, it's from Microsoft, but that person's name is it looks like it's from something else. Roger@captech.com. So I don't know if
Correct.
that's also a Microsoft
No,
email.
no.
Okay.
No. That's the main thing that I wanted everyone to look at is the address, the sender address. It's saying it's a password request, a reset request, but look at the sender. It's from captech.com and it's not from Microsoft. And also another thing to look out for is that Microsoft will not send you a link to reset your password. All right. I hope we're all together. All right. So
Yeah,
another thing also, yes, Uhuru?
yes, Vanessa. I mean, depend. You see, it varies, especially when it comes to the link and confirmations. Either you sign up into some. Sometimes they send links, and sometimes they vary nowadays based on the firewall that they have, because they know the intruder will not come in. But it's a good thing here. You say Roja on top is Captech, and the username, especially the username @salt.na, the way does not make any sense. Also, that is one of the red flags that I saw it. Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Uhuru. But also just a takeaway, just to highlight it, no Microsoft or any other legitimate company they will never send you an unsolicited email or SMS asking you to reset your password. They won't ask you to click a link to verify your account out of the blue. They won't request you to log in info or MFA code via email. What Microsoft does, that I'm aware of, they will send password reset emails if you requested it, if only you requested it. Also, they send you reminders that your password is about to expire. Please reset your password. They
Yes.
always send it through an official Microsoft domain like Microsoft.com or accountprotection.microsoft.com. Um, or they ask you to go directly to their website, which is account.microsoft.com or Microsoft 365, log in, and then that's where you can reset your password. All right. I hope we're all together. Just the takeaway also is that if you get an email you didn't expect, don't click. Don't click on it. Go directly to the website by typing the URL yourself. If it says your password has expired and you need to reset your password, go search for Microsoft yourself and reset your password yourself. Check the sender's email address carefully and report any phishing attempts to Microsoft or to Outlook or to whatever vendor that it is that you're using. All right. So, like I said, we have come to the end of our session for today. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you have learned a lot about the signs of a phishing, what to look out for, what are the warning signs of a malicious attachment, and what to look out for. Also, the definitions of a domain name. I think now most of us know and can identify what domain names may look like. So, become a soldier, report any threats or attacks that you might have experienced or that you find suspicious. Report them to our email address at threatalert@salt.na. We use this platform to also teach every Namibian of what could be out there and how they can protect themselves. So you're free and welcome to send us an email on threatalert@salt.na, and we will share your report. Also, we have created in collaboration with MICT, we've created a WhatsApp bot, which is an interactive platform for parents, children, and businesses to question and receive information on, there may be things that we have not shared on all our 6 sessions that we have done so far, and you want to know more. You are free and welcome to send it a WhatsApp message, and it will respond with guidelines and information and videos to learn more. The number there on your screen is where you can text it, 085 173 2873. You're free and welcome to use that number at any time with regards to cybersecurity. Are there any questions? Maybe we can use this platform for questions. Also, at the end of every session, we share a test link Here you see a QR code to the link to the test, but I will share the actual link on the chats also. The test is just for yourself, just for you to help see how far, what knowledge that you have so far and what you have learned so far and what more you can learn. You know, it's just to test your own knowledge, basically. So I've shared the link in the chat box.
Thank you.
Are there any questions? Any comments? Any experiences you want to share? Anyone? All right, so if there's no questions or comments, thank you once again for joining today's session. I hope you've learned a thing or two. We'll see you in next week again for our second last session. Same time, same place. Thank you. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.